Mr. President, you have been in student government for 4 years now. What are you going to do with your life now?
You know what, Reed? It's been really hard for me. Done student government. Student government's been my life for the past 4 years in my college career, and I don't know what I'm going to do. I've been trying to find other things to do with my time and do some other jobs or activities, but it's not working out like I had planned. Oh, what a life.
Tommy Preston, what are you doing in that chair?
Sorry.
Oh man, Tommy, where's Tommy? Anybody seen Tommy? I tell you, that boy ain't gonna do. Tommy, what you doing back here? Tommy, you fired. Get out.
Miss Rowley.
Get out, Tommy. You
Miss
fired.
Rowley, I'm hungry.
Get out, Tommy. You fired.
Miss Rowley.
Put your head down, Tommy. Get out. You fired.
Office of Student Government. I am not going to tell you how long the line is at Einstein. Have a nice day.
Are you serious?
Hello, Student Government. You know what? Let me tell you something. That is uncalled for, inappropriate, and don't call here anymore. Hello, Student Government. This is Tommy. No, the bunny and the village idiot are not the new student body president and vice president. Have a nice day.
Hey, do you think Ryan will be pissed that we're doing this to him again?
Hey, I think as long as we know where the air came from, we'll be okay.
I think you're right. You're absolutely right. So did you figure out where it is? Because I still haven't figured out where it is.
Did the student fees pay for
The air
it?
that costs money? I don't know where it came from.
Where'd the air come from?
I don't know. The air? The air? I don't know.
Hey, don't run it! I'm not going to tell you again. I'm getting ready to pump you up.
I have a confession to make. Don't tell Dennis and Jerry, but I have not been to class since I became president. I have no idea where my classes are. I'm late for class. I don't even know where it's at. Hey, bud, do you know where Gambrel is?
Sure, I don't know. I go to Tennessee.
You're no help.
I finally found what carries me, as true as the sound of harmony.
Personally, Ryan had the bright idea last summer to build a new Senate chambers. So we went over to the old Carolina Inn and decided that instead of hiring people to take the wood from the desk to bring it over to Carolina to build a desk on the third floor of the Russell House, that we were going to do it ourselves. So just think of Tommy Preston and Ryan Holt, who have never done any manual labor ever in their entire lives, going over to that building every day and knocking down wood and bringing it over to the Russell House. So every day we would go over there in our jeans and t-shirts. We'd always come back like blood rushing down our arms because we've been cut, or Ryan dropped hammers on his toes or something like that. So traumatic experience that we had.
What I wanna see is wake me up in the mornings, tossing and turning.
I think Tommy would be a giraffe because he's just so tall. Either that or a grizzly bear. Because really Tommy pretends to be a nice guy, but really inside he's just as mean as can be. So I think the fact that he's pretty tall and the fact that he down in his heart has some character issues. I think represents him well in the grizzly bear. I think Jennifer's like golden retriever because there is this picture from the cab retreat we went on. It was a front page picture, and if you look at her, she's kind of pressing on into the cold of DC and reminded me of a golden retriever with its ears going back and whatnot. So I think that's what she is.
Tossing and turning, 'cause I don't want to waste another day. Thank the stars up above me.
If I had to pick an animal for each of them, Ryan is definitely a meerkat. Like, I mean, there's no getting away from it. We're talking Timon from The Lion King. I just see him hurt stuff like that, and he like I just look at him and I just see meerkats. It's just like there's no getting around it. Ryan is definitely a meerkat. And then Tommy, I kind of see Tommy as a guinea pig, and you gotta go with me on this one because he's definitely big, and guinea pigs are kind of small, and there's no way I want Tommy curled up in my lap or in my hands because he'd kill me. But sorry, Tommy. But he's kind of cuddly and squishy, and you kind of think teddy bear-esque, and I don't know, he kind of like nuzzles in, and I don't know, it's just kind of weird. And maybe you don't look at him and initially see it, but you spend some time around Tommy, and you're definitely gonna get the whole guinea pig vibe. He doesn't like squeak and like kind of chirp or hum or anything like that, but I'm telling you, Tommy is definitely, he could be a guinea pig. Probably the funniest thing that happened throughout the course of our time in office was the first Congressional Advisory Board trip. It was the last night there, and it was Andrew Collins, Tommy, Ryan, and I hanging out in their room watching the NCAA tournament of all things. I mean, I guess that's not weird. I guess it's weird when it's Ryan and Tommy watching it, I guess. So we're watching this, and we decided to start playing a joke on Ryan because he keeps going to the bathroom. And so every time he would walk out of the room, we would play like musical beds. And so like somebody would be in the bed, and he was like making this big deal of nobody's allowed to be in my bed, and all this other stuff. He's getting so upset, and he comes around the corner finally the last time, and Andrew Collins is laid on his bed. He's kind of like sprawled out, like calling him to him, and Ryan almost had a heart attack. It was absolutely hilarious. He's like freaking out. He's like, get out of my bed, get out of my bed. And then I think there was like, Jennifer's the only person allowed in my bed, and that was a little racy. Don't worry, guys.
Jennifer Guest doesn't do well on airplane rides, and we went to DC the first time, the time that while I was there doing the good work for the students, trying to make South Carolina a better place, people were back here screwing up student government and messing with my office, okay? So while I was off doing this good work, this is what they were doing. Anyway, we had gone to DC to work on this. The second Jennifer gets on the plane, she's sitting there on the stairs up to the plane. You see her, she's like this, and tears begin to flow from her eyes. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? And she's crying, and she goes and sits down, and I look, and my seat's right next to her. So I sat next to her, and she squeezed her hand into my knee the entire time, and just continued to cry, and she doesn't like plane rides. But in front of her was the valiant grizzly bear Tommy Preston himself, and he turned around. I'll never forget what he said. He turned around and he said, "You shut up, okay? You get your act together. This is not acceptable." And she like stops like this, and she stops crying and turns back around. I'm like, man, I needed him sooner. So yeah, there you go. What, you know, frankly, I'm the only normal one in the group of three. Okay, Tommy's he's extremely driven, and he's that grizzly bear mentality. He just, has these issues, and Jennifer, she too. So I'm the only normal one.
But I got to see what women really think. So that movie that Mel Gibson played in had nothing on the experience that I had living with Jennifer Guest and learning about everything from love lives to personal hygiene issues dealing with women and all those sorts of things. So it's been definitely interesting.
The ones that never do let go and risk the tables being turned.